everyone. It's Jeff here from JazzWire. Welcome to the guided listening session. So today we're going to do a Wayne Shorter composition and performance. If you're watching this in real time, we know Wayne Shorter passed away last week. So very sad loss for the world, for the universe, for the music community. Wayne was 89, and we were all lucky to have had him for as long as we did. He provided us with some incredible music, which is still kicking our butts. He always wrote fantastically challenging stuff, but it always, had these wonderful little sort of Easter eggs and these wonderful moments, and jazz musicians loved the challenge of playing Wayne's music for sure. So we're going to do one of his classics. This is called Yes or No. Yes and No. I think it was wrong on the first issuing of the album, and there's sort of confusion about the name. I think it's Yes or No. And before we jump into that, I want to thank you all for watching these guided listenings. I know so many of you really, really value these. I have fun doing them. I enjoy doing them. And, I'm guessing most of you out there are musicians. I'm going to say the vast majority who listen to this really interesting, sort of complicated music, have some knowledge about it. So you musician folks, I want to hear you play. I love talking to musicians, but I'd rather hear musicians play. I want to know where you're at. I would love to know the sticking points in the playing you're doing. Do you want to get better, or do you want to stay where you're at? You probably want to get better, right? So, JazzWire, I want you to take the 30-day free trial. And there are so many of you out there that I would love to work with me, other faculty inside JazzWire, and the hundreds of adult musicians that we have working together. I know you've heard me say this 40 times or 400 times. I'm sort of wondering why you're not inside JazzWire. I'm going to give you the Jeff Antoniuk super seal of approval, money back, whatever it is you need. I'll come over to your house. I'll wash your car. I want you to give this a try. So check out the 30-day free trial. See what we do. I'm not going to wash your car. You didn't take that seriously, did you? I might wash it if you bring it over. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Let's get back to Wayne Shorter. Okay. This tune, the form of it is kind of fascinating. It's A-A-B-A. So many songs. Take the A Train, Girl from Ipanema. Many, many songs have that. Here's a statement of the melody. We do the same thing again. Here's something different. Here's that first thing I said. It's a real classic form. His A section is 8 measures plus 6. So it's pretty interesting. It's an even number. 8 plus 6 is 14, but that's a strange number because usually we're used to groupings of 8, or at least groupings of 4. So 8 and 6. So that's just a little weird. And he helps us out a little bit because the first 8 is more of a modal sound. And it's almost like sort of a Latin kind of groove that Elvin Jones is doing a little bit. And it's definitely a pedal sort of sound. It goes from a D sus to sort of a D major sort of sound. So those 8 measures have their own vibe. And then the 6 that follow are sort of swinging, and we get into more chord changes. So 8 and 6, that's one A section. Then we do that again. 8 and 6. So we have 14. We have 14 again, 28 measures. Now we get to the bridge, 16 measures long, a long bridge. And the chord changes of the bridge are kind of interesting. Wayne used these chords, they're pretty standard chords, but he used essentially these exact same chords in his song Speak No Evil for the bridge. I don't know if you realize that. These 16 measures, he crunched down into 8 measures, did a couple tritone substitutes, and that was the bridge for Speak No Evil. Different melody, of course. Then we have our last A section, 8 and 6. So there's a lot in this tune. There's really fun sort of 2-5 chord changes in major and minor. There's some interesting harmonic turns during the 6 measure section. There's some modal playing. There's sus chords. There's really everything in here. It's a nice, comfortable, fast tempo. Well, fast is comfortable if you know how to play fast. It's not too fast, but it's kind of roaring along. The performance now, geez Louise. McCoy Tyner on the piano. I mentioned Elvin, right? It's fantastic playing. So let's kind of listen inside, and there's some really great Motivic playing from Wayne. And I'm always interested in sort of the accompaniment, because I think a lot of us are used to hearing the prime voice. When we listen to Ella Fitzgerald, what are we listening to? Ella Fitzgerald. Oh yeah, but there's like a band behind her. So, we could listen inside that. Oh, I'm listening to Bill Evans. Yeah, but what about Paul Motion and what about Scott LaFaro, right? So knowing what's going on behind is one of the things I like bringing to you with these guided listenings. Let's jump in. So this is that pedal bass thing I was talking about, right? And now the changes. More straight ahead swinging. Now back to the second day. You hear that bass? Stays static. And now the bass is walking. Here's the bridge. And listen to the drums and piano, how they're hitting with the melodic rhythm. That's rehearsed. These guys worked that out. That didn't happen by mistake. So this is coming up to the end of the song. And here comes the top. You hear that? Wayne used one idea for 8 measures. One thing, a rhythmic idea. There he used one idea for 4 measures and expanded it into what I thought was a logical thing. Pretty cool, Motivic playing. And here, more kind of running great, kind of 2/5 harmonic scale kind of stuff. Different approach than the bridge, or than the A sections. Different approach on the bridge. Now, back to that Motivic thing over the modal section. And over the chord changes, he tends to run a bit more. Repeating. Fascinating. He does that every time. On the suspended modal part, he tends to play motivically. Here it is again. Playing these descending scales. He's done it every time. Now the changes. And he kind of runs with scales more. Here's the bridge. And again, more of the running, cool lines, more scalar. All right, here comes that modal thing again. You hear it? He's doing it every time. Fascinating. I don't know that I noticed that before. I noticed the Motivic stuff, but I didn't realize. Here it is again. Woo! Oh, man. Just those little 3 notes, how powerful that was. Again, every time on the modal thing, he plays something Motivic. And listen to the band just grinding behind him. Man, they're so leaning into the wind. Last A section, modal thing. There it is. Man, what a cool sound. And now, listen to how, so does McCoy's solo. So what I was going to say, on the modal stuff, McCoy is known for these big left hand sustained sounds. Here it comes. So kind of every 2 measures, he'll hit and hold for 2 whole notes and then play some of those great 4th voicings that he's known for. So his comping was really doing that. And he and Elvin Jones had played together this whole rhythm section with John Coltrane for a long time. Here comes the modal thing with McCoy. Not so much that time. The first 2, for 4 opportunities there, 2 out of 4 he did. And it's interesting, earlier in the tune, how Elvin was sort of handling the modal part, Elvin Jones, the drummer, A lot of drummers play those first 8 as almost a Latin feel or sort of a cascara. Dang, 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 dang. Then they go into swing, sort of shifting from Latin to swing, but it's such a smooth transition because, of course, swing, Latin, cascara, Afro-Cuban, it's all African-based, African-American, kind of music. So how those rhythms talk to each other and relate and shift is pretty interesting. I think this is back to the melody here. Listen to McCoy. And how he answers those low notes is really improvised. There's some rhythms that he likes, but he doesn't do them the exact same every time, which is kind of the genius. We can't just codify McCoy down to octaves or fifths down here and fourths here, and here's the rhythm you use. We can fake it a little bit, but there's so much more going on. And again, how the bass, especially the drumming and the piano playing, was connecting with the melody on the bridge, and those little syncopated rhythms, how they were right with Wayne. Whew. Ooh, I never noticed that little warble in the tape. I wonder if that was something to do with the internet slowed down? No, probably not. There was a funky little thing. I'll have to listen to the CD and see if that was there before. Man, would I have loved to have been in the room for that recording, or in a club, and getting to hear those and those folks. And I've talked to people that were there. They got to hear Wayne with his group. They got to hear that rhythm section. They got to hear McCoy and Elvin back in the heyday. So that's a wonderful, wonderful Wayne Shorter tune, and that more. A more intermediate, getting to be more advanced player. That's a fun tune to play. There might be a lot there for, a novice player. That's not something I'm going to bring into the green community inside Jazzwire. All the nuts and bolts are there, but of course the tempo needs to be there. This is a lot of fun. So at our summer workshop, the Jazzwire Summer Summit, which is coming up this July 2023, we have an online section of it for 3 days. I want to say that's July 14 through 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then the in-person section, July 19 through 22, 2023. We get to work with, bass, drums, piano, guitar, horns, all in the same room. So we usually have 8 or 9 rooms going, 70 different participants, 8 or 10 faculty. And we're working on this music. And what do we talk to the piano player about how to sort of approximate that McCoy sound? What does the drummer do beyond just dang, 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 dang? How do we start getting this sound? That's the fascinating thing to do. So before we got started, I was telling you I'm not washing your car. I've decided. But I want to get you going inside Jazzwire. And what we do there, that's going to be great, getting you doing your version individually. And we work with all instruments inside Jazzwire: piano, bass, guitar, drums. We have violin, we have banjo, we have vocals, we have everything you can imagine. So getting you stronger so that then when you come to the Summer Summit or a workshop like that, how you can come into your group and everybody's ready to roll with this. So this is a song we've done at the Jazzwire Summer Summit in past years. We're not doing this one this year, but we have 2 Wayne Shorter songs that we're going to be doing this year to help honor him. We have a fantastic selection of 14 songs. So get in touch with me. I can let you know what those songs are. We're sold out for guitar already, but I'd love to put you on the waiting list. We're getting close to sort of sold out for piano and horn players. So if you're hearing this and if you're thinking you want to do some jazz here in the Washington, D.C. area this July, please write us and let's get you on the waiting list, or let's get you signed up. We have people coming from all across Canada, all across North America. We have folks coming from Europe, all over the place, and I'd love to work with you there. So check out some more Wayne Shorter. I know you have. I know you love this music, and I hope that helps you hear a little bit deeper inside what's going on specifically on this tune. All right, thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.